Hi, my name is Greg Zestruk. I'm from BioWare. I was here today showing Dragon Age Origins, and I'm watching Gram.pl. Dragon Age is BioWare's next role-playing game that we describe as the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate. It's a game which has, epic story, really cool characters, great tactical combat, and just fun and a really good exploration and things to see and things to do in the world. One of the big things we're doing in Dragon Age is a long-term set of features for the game. It's an online game. It's not multiplayer where it's made as a single-player game, but it's online game. So it's a funny combination. But as an online game, at any time we can send either free stuff to players. You can trade and look at other people's user-created content. There's a tool set that lets you build things, and we can also have modules and post-release content, downloadable content modules that we sell or give away afterward. And that's something we're spending a lot of time working on. One of the things we are building into the game is something called spell combos, and what spell combos is a way for two different spells to act together. The one we've typically shown so far has been the straightforward one, which is the grease, which is slows down and makes you stuck on the battlefield, but then casting a fireball on top of that lights it on fire, and the whole thing burns and causes a big burning area which you can't get out of. So that's just one example. We'll have more examples before too long, but that's something that we think is a pretty cool part of the game. So one of the things we're working on, we have a system in the game, a fatigue system, which is the more you use something, you have the potential to get tired out, and you have to wait to regain your energy. And something we're still fine-tuning to find the right amount. But different types of armor, for example, wearing really heavy plate mail around the battlefield is much more likely to fatigue you and make you tired, as is swinging a gigantic axe like the player in the demo. So really, what our focus is to try and balance off in our own way. The concept of wearing armor and casting spells and swinging big weapons. You have to be careful what moves you use. You take your time and don't just always be blasting the moves, because otherwise you get tired out. And maybe that player with the big axe, if they also have the big axe and the heavy armor, that's even more challenging. So really, it's a way of balancing the way the combat works. I think whenever we make our games, we always do try and create a brand. So obviously we're starting with one, which is Dragon Age the game. If that's successful, we'll probably make more things in the future. But our goal is to really do a good job building Dragon Age, getting it out to the fans and getting their feedback. We are looking at consoles as well. I think we've discussed the fact publicly that PC. It's been working. We've been building it on the PC, and so it's really PC is the focus right now. Before too long, we'll also start talking more about consoles, what we're doing there, and the plan is to try and probably keep the PC interface a strong PC interface. We're not going to dumb it down or make it simple in order to compensate for console. We've already done things in the PC interface, like having lists of things that make it easier for console, but we're not going to take away and make the PC version worse in order to work on console. We'll probably make a completely different interface on console versions, just simply because that's the right way to make it, rather than hurt one version, make sure all the versions are as good as they can possibly be. We haven't been talking about the security or the DRM system yet, but one of our goals this time is to really make sure we've got something that the fans are comfortable with. I think it's very important. Obviously piracy is always an issue, but the other side of that is you want to make sure the fans feel like they're, we're considering their concerns and making sure that they're, it's as easy to play as possible too. So we try and balance those things.
Generalnie projekt lokalizacji Dragon Age Początek to jest według naszych szacunków największy projekt lokalizacyjny do tej pory w Polsce, związany z jedną grą komputerową. I żeby tak powiedzieć trochę o rozmiarze tego, to przetłumaczyliśmy 1 300 000 słów i to jest kilkanaście osób zaangażowanych w samo tłumaczenie gry. Następna sprawa to jest ilość postaci w grze, około 1800 różnych postaci i do tego, żeby to nagrać i różnorodnie przedstawić, co mówią poszczególne postaci, jest do tego zatrudniona olbrzymia ilość, jak na jeden projekt, bo około 100 aktorów. Czyli można powiedzieć, że średnio jeden aktor podkłada głos pod 18 różnych postaci. Prace lokalizacyjne są prowadzone równocześnie z lokalizacjami w innych krajach. ponieważ jest tylko kilka lokalizacji na cały świat, to Polska generalnie czuje się doceniona i dlatego robimy chociażby takie pokazy, zapraszając producentów gry do Polski. Nagrania trwają już od września. Bierze w nim udział kilku znanych aktorów, m.in. Jarosław Boberek. Może wkrótce będziemy mogli zdradzić jeszcze jakieś jedno znane nazwisko, ale będziemy Was na bieżąco informować. Możecie się nie martwić o czas wydania gry, dlatego że lokalizacja nie opóźni polskiej premiery i będzie gra w polskiej wersji wydana równocześnie z innymi wersjami językowymi.